Everybody good? Mic check.
You need another one?
I just did one, but I'll do another. No, why not?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. You want to do it? It's your stand.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, go ahead.
was-
that white piece of paper up there, though. You want to hold this? By the microphone? There you go.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Everybody got levels, got volume. We're all good. Mic check. Mic check. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I just put it on. That's fine. It's the one that came TikTok. Oh my god. No, you're That's what they said. The hurricane I did where like my face never came off, and I'm like, I just gotta tell everybody. I'm not gonna gatekeep it, you know? It's unique. Well, here's the thing. L'Oreal's powder. Somebody discovered it. They went live on TikTok, and I couldn't find any of them. The hype was too large, and I couldn't even buy my makeup. So, you know, if I have to gatekeep with TikTok, yes.
The ice machine is
Because then you can't get it, because it's a drugstore makeup. Yeah. So you can get anywhere. Oh, see, yeah, it's Oktoberfest. Yeah. What's a staple? Is Michigan the cheese head? I like ginger, but it's spicy. Spicy. Like a raw ginger, like heat it up with thing. It's like some green juices, like lemon, ginger, like spinach that can have a lunch. It's called burners.
Anybody not ready? All right, I'm Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri. We're here to talk about an officer-involved shooting involving an officer from the Pinellas Park Police Department. This is being investigated by the Sheriff's Office under the Pinellas County Use of Deadly Force Task Force Agreement. Everything that I'm going to tell you now is very preliminary. It's based on the information that we know at this time. The investigation is still in its infancy, and everything that I'm telling you is subject to change. But in transparency, so that we get the information out to the public, I'm going to tell you what I know happened as we know it at the moment. So the address of the occurred here is 4370 82nd Avenue North, so it's probably about just a quarter mile down behind me on the south side, or behind me on the right. And it's a short-term rental is what it is. And I'm not going to identify the person who was shot. He is deceased because his next of kin has not yet been notified. He rented the location on September 26th. The owner of the short-term rental was concerned about him trashing the place and doing some damage to it, so he called the Pinellas Park Police Department yesterday. The officers came out. There wasn't sufficient evidence of him doing anything improper yesterday to ask him to leave, just some concern on the part of the short-term rental owner. So his rental period is up today, and the officers told the owner that if they wanted him out and he hadn't left when his rental period was up today, to call, and they would come back and see that he was removed at that point. So that happened at about 11:30 this morning. The Pinellas Park Police Department received a call from the short-term rental owner that said that his rental period was up and that he wanted him out. He was very concerned about what he was doing and damaging the property inside. The officers went to the front door, and the person who was inside, who is a male, came to the front door and had a knife in his hand when he came to the front door, and became very, very confrontational with the officers. He then barricaded the front door. It looks like he probably put some furniture in front of the front door, and in essence, a standoff ensued between the officers and the person who was inside. The officers made contact with him, talked to him by phone. He asked them why they were surrounding this house. They explained to him what was going on, trying to get him to leave, and he refused. There were probably attempts where they didn't make any further contact, probably about 40 times where they tried to contact him to get him to leave, left voicemails, and kept calling and calling, but he wouldn't come out. The owner was insistent that he did want him out, so the officers formed what we call a contact team, which has officers with less lethal, as we call it. These are beanbag type rounds because they knew he had a knife, as well as officers, of course, that have their handguns. So they went in through the garage door, and the owner told them the garage door was accessible. So on the west side of the house, the officers with the contact team with less lethal, knowing he had a knife, as well as, of course, their handguns, went in and they had shields. When they went inside, the subject was inside the living room area of the residence. He refused to follow commands. The officers did use their less lethal rounds, the beanbag rounds, to try and stop him. That didn't stop him, and he went toward Corporal Graham Fox, and he ended up with a knife. He ended up striking Corporal Fox in the upper right shoulder, and he received a very small laceration. He's fine, but he did receive the laceration. So when the subject cut Corporal Fox, Officer Grayson, Greyson, and his last name is hyphenated. It's Ekdale, Ekdal hyphen McBride. Officer Ekdale McBride fired several rounds, striking the subject in the chest area and the upper body area. The subject was taken to the hospital, and he was pronounced deceased at the hospital. That's about what we know at the moment. Again, we still have a lot of interviews to do. We have to process the crime scene. We do have a picture of the knife that he had, that he did lacerate Corporal Fox with, and when he came after Corporal Fox and came after the officers. And this is, again, he came after them after he had been struck with the less lethal rounds, the beanbag rounds. So I'll have our public information office give you a copy of the photo of the knife, and I'll take any questions you have, but that's really what we know at the moment, and as the investigation is still underway. Anybody have anything?
When you said there were several rounds, do you have an approximate?
Probably 4 or 5.
And then you said upper body, you said chest, was the head included as
No,
well?
he didn't. There was no head shot. He was shot upper body, shoulder area. From the best we know right now, I'm talking about the guy who was shot, who is the suspect in this. It was upper body, mid-chest area.
And was he the only one inside the
Yes,
residence?
yes. Yep.
Were you familiar with him?
Well, we're still working through that, and I do not know. I don't have any information right now. Again, I'm just trying to get information to you, and this is all preliminary. We don't know whether he has a criminal history, don't know what his mental health history is, really don't know anything about him. The last address we had is within the region, I'll say that. Again, I'm going to be very careful on this because we have not made a positive ID. We believe we know who he is, and we haven't notified next of kin. So until we do that, we really don't have anything. But as far as that is concerned, our analysts in the process of investigating that, so I don't know anything about his background at this point.
And then the scene that we're looking at from here, is the house on the north side, or are they
South.
still dealing with the
South.
house on the south?
South side. So if you're looking at me, it'll be to your right. Okay, on the south side, about halfway down the block. And it's a short-term rental.
Knowing something like this happened on a Sunday morning, I mean, how do you guys feel having to
Things
report?
happen anywhere, anytime, any place, you know, and they happen because he made that decision for this to happen. This has nothing to do with the officers. They were acting to do their job, and they were acting to protect themselves. And they had a very, very sound tactical plan because they knew he had a knife. They had a person who was barricaded in there. They knew he had to get out. And that's why they went in with the shields. They went in with the less lethal rounds. They went in trying not to have this be the result. But he made the decision for this to be the result by going after the officers. They verbalized commands. They told them to drop the knife several times. You know, I've seen it on the body-worn camera video. And he's the one that went after him, even after he was struck with the less lethal rounds. So, you know, this is something where he made this decision for whatever the reason, and he got the consequences of his decision. You know, as they say, you make stupid decisions, you're going to get stupid consequences or stupid prizes. And he made a stupid decision. He won a stupid prize. He's dead.
So the day before, were you guys able to talk to him when you guys went like a welfare check?
So when they were out here yesterday, I'm not sure, and again, I don't know. I know they talked to the owner of the short-term rental. I'm not sure that they talked to him. Again, we'll have to flush that out during the investigation. I don't know the answer to that at this point.
But walking up to the home, did you guys see any signs of concern?
No, that's why they went up and knocked on the front door. I mean, that's what you do. You got a complaint that says, hey, look, this guy's rented this place from here to here. That period of rental is over with. He needs to go. He's not going. I need him out. They go up and knock on the door, and he approaches the front door with a knife in his hand and is confrontational to him. He made those decisions. It's a bad decision, and he got a bad result out of it. And then he barricaded the door and talked to him once and wanted to know why his house was being surrounded and was very confrontational with the officers. So, you know, that's what happened.
Can you, it's Corporal Graham Fox?
Right.
Can you spell Graham?
Graham.
Okay, just checking. And he's okay?
Yeah, he's
to the
fine.
hospital or
Yeah,
anything?
thankfully. I mean, obviously it could be a much worse result. I mean, he got a small cut to his upper right shoulder. You know, knife wounds. You know, knives kill, and it could have been much worse. So we're very thankful that Corporal Fox is fine. Obviously, we're very thankful that Officer Ekdal McBride is fine, and no law enforcement officers were hurt during this.
Looks like the scene's cleared. Can we go up to the caution line and get some video?
No, because they're still processing the scene up there. It's still very much being processed. They've got with all the forensics equipment that's up there, so they're not done processing it. It's going to be a while.
A live shot from 6 is back here.
PIO will get with you on it. I'm not sure if there's an opportunity. Excuse me. If there's an opportunity to get it closer, we'll let you get closer. We just got to make sure that it's not interfering with the crime scene.
And then just one more question. You said you guys came to the house at 11:30. Around how long were you guys kind of doing the standoff until?
So 2 hours. So officers arrived around 11:30, and the shooting happened shortly before 1:30. About 1:27, 1:29 p.m. is when the shooting happened. And again, they spent that whole entire time trying to communicate with this guy, trying to de-escalate the situation, trying to have this not be the result. And unfortunately, he made bad decisions. Yeah. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Excuse me. We were wondering, is this Corporal Fox? We saw it on Facebook.
Yep.
Okay.